morning.
Yeah, good. Good. Thanks for making the appointment to do our nutrition, sort of our initial consult, just to get to know you a bit and talk about your goals and anything in nutrition that you'd like to sort of improve on or work on over the next little bit. And I've had a quick glance at your weekly summary of the things that you've eaten. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. I'll ask you a few more questions first, just to get a gauge of the things you'd like to work on and sort of what your goals are at the moment. Yeah. So, what are the main reasons you've made a fitness nutrition appointment at the moment? What are your goals and outcomes you're looking for?
Possibly just to really improve my overall general health. At the moment, it's not feeling 100% right, and I know that I'm not eating the right foods. So as a result, I'm feeling quite lethargic and tired. So it's probably just improving my overall wellness, knowing that it's definitely decreased at the moment.
Okay. So looking at improving your overall health, so maybe not feeling quite as run down as you are at the moment, and eating a bit more healthy foods. Is that what you?
Yeah, absolutely. This sort of really made me realise just there are some really obvious deficiencies in my diet. So I think that definitely needs to be looked at and improved.
Great. We'll work on a few things there. What obstacles have you faced in the past when trying to improve your diet? So what kind of things have maybe led to, a week like this where you're not as happy as you might be with things that you're eating?
Definitely being a little bit time poor due to work commitments.
Absolutely.
So, busy time of the year, all of those types of things, but there always seems to be a bit of an excuse with that. I'm not particularly good at meal prepping and I don't really enjoy, prepping at the start of the week and getting everything ready. So that's certainly an area that causes a few issues for me.
And what kind of a job do you have? You mentioned not a lot of time with work.
Yeah, teacher.
Yep. Okay. So how would you say that teacher load impacting in the way that you can eat at the moment?
Definitely impacts my ability to eat consistently healthy foods throughout the week. So, for example, in the morning, if I get up and I haven't got some leftovers for lunch, then it's getting something from the canteen. That's really, not very healthy. So, definitely impacts my ability to be prepared and often get really tired and I don't eat probably at the right times as well. So, for example, if I missed lunch because I had duty and then I'd sort of eat it a little bit later and find that I'd eat a lot more during that evening time as well.
Yeah, okay. What kind of things have you tried so far to try and improve your diet?
Tried a few things. So I did try Jenny Craig for a little while. And I've tried a few different sort of diets, but I haven't really committed to anything 100%. I did calorie counting and that type of thing, but I've only found very short-term success with those.
And that does often happen. We get really excited because, you do get a little leeway into getting towards your goal, and then it's really unattainable over a long term because they can tend to be, especially with calorie counting, so limiting in what you can have. And same with Jenny Craig, it's kind of done for you. So then when you kind of think, I'm doing really well, I've lost this much weight in a few weeks, or I'm feeling really good, then you start to go back to maybe some older habits because you haven't quite learned how to cook or prepare or buy. In the same way, because I've got those pre-prepared meals, which can be really good. But at the same time, sometimes it kind of works for a tiny amount of time.
And it didn't fit my lifestyle either. So
it's good to know what you've tried though and what kind of works for you. Do you have? What are sort of the main things you'd like to get out of this consultation? So when you walk away today, what are you kind of hoping for?
Just a little bit of guidance, I guess, around some really simple changes that I can make to sort of in the short term improve things a lot. So I guess getting a bit of, guidance around those quick solutions that might not take heaps of time or they might not be really difficult, but I can implement those types of things straight away.
Yeah. So we're going for quick and easy.
Yeah, at this time of the year.
And a bit healthier, absolutely, in the lead up to
And then
Christmas.
maybe, happy for some longer term things to come into that as well.
Yeah, so we can look at a few long-term goals in there that you might be searching for as well, just to help you kind of keep going on the right track. And we'll certainly look at your food diary, and towards the end, I'll get your email and we can sort of chat a little bit back and forth, see how you're going over the next few weeks, and I can get some recipes through to you that might be some nice healthy options for you that hopefully don't take too much preparation. Nice. What are the biggest motivators for making the appointment today?
So the biggest motivators would probably be just feeling a little more energetic and less tired.
Yeah.
I guess, motivators to get that little bit of guidance on how I can eat better during the day, so I feel better at night and then feel better in the morning.
Perfect. So it's real that energy and lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. And weight loss is a side effect of that. That's probably my secondary thing at the moment.
Okay, perfect. And that can come later as well. Sometimes I think people put a bit too much focus on the scales and then they're under a lot of pressure and they get really disheartened when they feel like they've changed lots of things and kind of go back to the scales and go, oh, the number hasn't changed, or oh, it's only gone down a tiny bit, or oh, it's gone up like, a few hundred grams because of all these different fluctuations. But the biggest thing is if you can start to change your habits over normally, let's say about a month, is really good. And then start to look at potentially measurement markers and things like that. Once you've got those really good habits and you're feeling really good about the changes and you've got a little bit more energy and clothes are feeling really good, you start to get kind of ready for that. More. So otherwise you can get quite disheartened. So let's talk about some more specific goals. We might go long term. So if we're talking about 6 months, so maybe about midway through next year, which is winter, not our favourite time of year though. But say if you could say by about winter next year, what would you like in terms of a goal? Like where would you be thinking in terms of nutrition or in terms of fitness or weight loss or how you feel? Is there a
probably fitness. So I'd hope that if my overall sort of energy levels increase, that I'd get back into a bit of fitness. So I would like to get into a little bit of running again. So possibly, I guess, in 6 months, I'd like to be feeling able to run consistently and have those energy levels. And
we've done a bit of sport together over the years and a bit of training and stuff. So I know that you know, and that does play quite a big role in your life. And what kind of exercise are you doing at the moment?
I'm walking. So I walk twice a day. That's really important to me, but I don't feel I have the energy to do anything more than walk, which is really unusual for me.
Yeah, you've played quite a few sports over the years, social and club, and then lots of different gyms and training programs and stuff. So
not quite what I used to be about, unfortunately.
But that's okay, and that's why it's good to sort of have a goal. Is there any distance or any races or anything that you or anything you'd like to be able to get through, like sport-wise, and feel not puffed or lethargic or anything like that at the end? If we were to kind of give a real specific.
I probably, I'm not really into running events, but I would like to start doing the 5 kilometre runs on park runs, I think they're called, on Saturdays.
Cool.
And I like to go against myself, so probably my time. So I'd like to be able to run the 5K in 25 minutes.
Cool. Great.
Sort of a realistic goal. I'd like to be faster, but
that's good. It's really good to have that, because then you can start to look at, you've got your walks, and that's a really good habit at the moment. But then kind of thinking, I'll just start with 1.5K or a 1K light jog, and then as you feel a bit better, a few weeks later, you slowly increase it over time, and then once you get up to your 5Ks and you're feeling really good, you can start to try and beat your PBs. And so what about in 1 month? So if we're talking a little bit shorter,
probably I do definitely, looking at this, I do think that I have a lot of sugar. So I guess my short term would be to look at making some changes so I wasn't relying on that sugar quite as much. So to make a few of those dietary changes to decrease.
Okay.
my sugar consumption, which would hopefully give me
Give
that.
you a bit more energy.
Yeah.
The right kind of energy, that slow release carbohydrate. And do you generally wake up feeling quite tired, or do you have a bit of energy in the morning and then it reduces over the day, or?
I wake up feeling quite tired, sort of come right, sort of mid-morning, but I do hit a mid-afternoon slump on most days.
Yeah, that 3-4 p.m. for teachers is
it's a killer,
isn't it? Especially if you've missed lunch and then
Yeah.
you start and the food options, they just go out the
That's
window a
it.
bit.
Staff meetings with bowls of lollies and real killer.
Fundraising chocolates and soft
Yeah.
drinks. Yeah, I know. Do you follow any kind of a specific diet? So are you sort of vegetarian or pescatarian or vegan or anything at the moment, or paleo? Or
No, not at the moment. I have been vegetarian in the past, but
Yep.
not at this stage.
And how did you find that, having that vegetable base?
I found it quite challenging, and I could never get the balance right for me. So I craved a lot of carbohydrates that I wouldn't usually eat a lot of. So I'm never been a big pasta eater, and I was just wanting pasta and potatoes.
Yeah.
I think so, and I think the big problem was that I wasn't substituting meat for anything. I was just cooking meat for my partner, and then I just eat the vegetables.
Okay,
So
so it was that protein, even from the vegetable kind of aspect.
I certainly wasn't one of these really healthy vegetarians. I did quite the
That
opposite.
happens a lot, though. People can do it, and
Okay.
with being vegan as well, people can do it and feel good for 1 to 2-ish months, and sometimes a bit longer, about 6 months-ish, and then people start to kind of crash and burn and get really quite run down and lethargic.
It's interesting, because I thought I'd be really healthy, I'm going to lose lots of weight, and great side effect, but no, that's interesting.
No, it can happen quite a bit. And if you're not planning to add the protein in from other sources, then that's where you get the fullest. Those really kind of start to carby kind of things that fill you up instead of your bit of chicken or your fish or anything like that. Do you eat meat every day for every meal at the moment?
No,
Okay.
no, definitely not.
So you still have some vegetarian meals
Yeah,
throughout the week?
probably 2 or 3 vegetarian main meals a week still. So
Okay, great. So you just retain that, and that's a really good habit to be in as well. Reducing your red meat intake. Do you eat fish?
Yes.
Yep. On average, and so this is just a little bit of a guideline that we'll keep going through our questionnaire, and then if we don't make some recommendations. But on the average day, how much do you think? This is a bit of a guess. How many teaspoons of sugar you might have in a day?
Oh, I'd hate to think.
Do you add sugar into anything? Do you add teaspoons of sugar into?
No,
drinks or
I
anything?
have though. So I've taken quite a liking to Special K cereal,
Okay.
and I have on occasion, not every time, but I have added a teaspoon of sugar onto that. It's probably the only thing I add sugar to, I think, other than some honey and things like that I will have.
So it's most of your sugar would come from processed foods then? Yeah,
absolutely.
Not added separately. Cups of tea a day?
On average, I'd say 3.
Yep.
But it can be a lot more.
Coffee?
No.
So that tea is kind of your caffeine buzz?
Yep.
Soft drinks per day?
Yeah, I drink Pepsi Max.
How many a day do you reckon?
So I definitely would have 1 glass.
Okay. Glass or can?
No, I buy 1 litre bottle, and that will last me probably 3 days. So probably, if I'm honest, probably 2 cups a day.
And sometimes it's deceiving if you're doing it at home, as like the size of your cup as well can change quite a bit, can't it? So if you've got a big glass or a small glass, that can change how many glasses you might actually have.
And I will buy a 600ml bottle probably once a week.
At work?
No, usually on the way to work to have at work.
Okay.
So usually I do that on a Friday. A Friday treat.
Okay. And it's Pepsi Max, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
On Fridays, cool. So we can definitely work on maybe substituting that and a bit of tea for something else that might give you a little bit more energy throughout the day, I think. Especially in the afternoons, it might help you a little bit more. Glasses of water a day, or how many litres roughly you might have?
I do try and drink about 2 litres. I have quite a big drink bottle that I fill up, and I try and have that twice a day. But it does depend on what's happening. But I do try and have 2 litres a day.
Do you find that that's enough? Do you feel thirsty throughout the day much? Or do you feel like that's kind of enough for you with the walking at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'll always have a couple of glasses as well when I get home or before I leave for a walk. So I probably have a little bit more, but that's definitely enough. I sort of sometimes at work force myself to drink that. If I don't have that, then I'm definitely thirsty.
Okay. And if you do any other exercise, like the more heart rating exercise, do you have any extra water normally, or it just kind of stays the same?
Yeah, probably just stays
The same.
I mean, it probably would increase. Yeah, probably would. I haven't done a lot of
exercise
for a while.
Quite a few different fitness classes and PT sessions and stuff. So sometimes when people have their 2 litres, and especially if they're going from their drink bottles, even with the extra cardio or weights training session, they don't make sure they have it anymore.
Yeah,
and that can kind of lead to a bit of lethargy and overeating in the afternoons and stuff like that too.
Okay.
So sweat it out a bit, and your body's craving something. So depending on what you go for, you can sort of fill up on different things. What types of foods do you typically crave? You hit me with a few, and then I'll give you some options.
Chocolate.
Yeah, that's on here.
Definitely chocolate. Crave, if it's cold, I'll crave something hot.
Okay.
So, a toasted sandwich or something, that's very filling.
Yes. I know in the staff rooms, anyone that ever has a toasted cheese sandwich, the smell of it, everyone's very jealous of that smell on a cold day, and they will wish they had that toasted sandwich.
Yeah.
And would you say your tea is a craving for you?
I think it's habit. I don't actually think it's a craving as such. It's habit, and it's something I enjoy that I can go without. If I had to go without tea, I certainly can. I just sort of choose not to, and it's sort of a bit of a social thing as well in the staff room, or if I'm catching up with someone, I'll have tea.
And the Pepsi Max.
That's an addiction.
Okay.
Definitely an addiction, that one.
And has it always been, or does it kind of come and go, or is it time of year based or stress based, or
it comes and goes. The unhealthier I am, the more I have it.
Okay.
If I am going through a healthy phase, then I'm more than happy to not have it. So it definitely comes and goes.
Okay. And so do you think, so when you say sort of unhealthy, is that when you're feeling more run down and more tired?
And when I'm
energetic,
eating really bad food,
it just goes with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's part of it.
Does it give you an energy pick me up? Does it make you?
I feel like it does. So, and I also developed a bad habit. I was quite successful with weight loss a couple of years ago, and so I would have, when I got home from school, I'd have a Pepsi rather than eating something.
Okay.
And so I think in my head, I've associated that with, it's a good thing to do because that means I'm not eating something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, we can definitely work on that one. Any fried or salty foods do you guys crave?
Really? No, I'm not big on that.
Bread, pasta?
Bread's a big one. I do crave toast.
Okay. White bread, whole grain bread?
I prefer white bread, but I generally buy whole grain.
Yeah. Any meats?
No, I don't crave meat.
Sweets or desserts that you kind of...
Like I will, but I
can do without.
Just easily go for the plain chocolate and things like that. So.
And alcohol. I missed over alcohol when we were going through the liquids. Standard drinks per day?
I don't drink very much at all.
Any alcoholic beverages that you do kind of crave when you go out or anything? Not really.
Never.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Are there any types of foods that you avoid? So anything that might make you feel a bit sick, a bit uneasy, doesn't digest well, that kind of.
Yeah, some fruits do that. So apples, apricots, a lot of those fruits, and dried fruits as well make me very unwell. I think there's a few things that I'll try and avoid. Pasta doesn't make me feel great, like heavy pasta.
Yeah.
Never makes me feel particularly good, so I'll avoid.
Alcoholic alcoholic beverages, though, I know you've had a few issues at different times of feeling like your inkling at the moment is that you're allergic to alcohol, so you're avoiding that at the moment.
It's just I do not. The idea of it makes me feel really. It's just not something. Occasionally, I'll have a glass of wine, but that's probably more of a social thing rather than. So I just generally avoid it. It just makes me feel a bit funny and
not well. Yep. We'll just have a little look at. Have a little look at your food diary, and then we'll have a few sort of further questions at the end of them. We'll go into some recommendations. Okay, Brekkie. So skim milk and Special K.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's pretty consistent over the week.
It really has been. They have a big box on special, so I've really been enjoying that.
It's quite filling, and it does have a nice taste to it.
That's it.
And is this a pretty typical week for you, would you say?
Probably at the moment. It probably is.
Okay. And you are after quick and easy. Have you got much time in the morning, or
no? In the morning, I don't have heaps of time, so definitely something really quick and easy. I don't mind preparing something the night before, but I'm not going to prepare something for a whole week.
Yeah. Do you like oats or muesli or porridge?
Love porridge.
Kind of things? Yeah. And are you a sweet or savoury person in the morning, or you could have either? Sweet.
I can have either, but I do prefer something sweeter.
So something like a slice of thick toast with avo and ricotta would be more of an afternoon thing for you. Wouldn't be what you want in the morning. No, that's really good to know, because there's definitely a lot of things you can do with porridge or like a pre-made muesli or something like that, and a bit of nice fruit that's kind of sitting there chopped ready. It gives you a little bit more vitamin and mineral, and can help you feel a little bit fuller for longer with the porridge, especially the oats in it. And putting a bit of quinoa in with the oats as well can give you a little bit of protein as well. There's a different kind of a grain to go in there. So even if that was 2 to 3 mornings a week, and you've got something warm, the good thing about having a porridge or a muesli or kind of fruit pre-done as well, and some people do it in mason jars and things like that too, is if you don't have any time before you get to work and you're just on the go, you can take it with you and have it as you're getting stuff ready at work. So I know quite a few people that can do that, whereas something like Special K with milk is a little bit harder to have, like transporting milk or whatever, or your crunchy cereal. Something's gonna be a little bit harder to have when you get to work.
That's absolutely it.
Snacks. Roughly what time do you have your snacks?
So I'll have one at recess time at school.
Roughly what time is that?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, 11 is quite late, I find.
Yes. What time's breakfast?
About 7.
Yes, that is a big amount of time in between. Is there any opportunity to eat anything small in between that breakfast and recess?
No, there actually isn't. Unfortunately, I could eat later. Like, I like the idea that you said of taking a jar or something, because I could certainly eat sort of at 8 o'clock even. Might make a difference. So I'm at work.
Yeah, or even a piece of fruit or something like that.
Yeah.
A little bit later. Okay, so that's good. And so you've got fruit and yogurt are your main go-tos at the moment, and a little bit of Thursday, Friday, the chalky option.
Yeah, that's that was a big focus.
Yeah, and is that because of time? So like you might have had time on Sunday to pre-cut all your fruit, and then by Wednesday night it's kind of run out. Or is it a bit more of an I'm exhausted from work Thursday, Friday, I need chocolate? Is it a bit of both?
A bit of both, but absolutely. I chop fruit. I love fruit, so I'll chop that up on Sunday night, and then I hate going to the supermarket, so I will avoid that. Usually I run out of fruit by then, and I'm unorganised. I'm sleeping a little bit longer, and I just find that often Thursday and Fridays I actually take nothing with me to work quite often.
Okay.
So,
for snacks or lunch or everything?
Sometimes for everything, and I'll stop at the supermarket and have to get something, and it's always a bad choice.
Okay. I'll look at a few options and maybe some recipes or things you can freeze and just take out. Could be an option too.
Yeah.
Because it is really, really common that end of the week you can start out really well and then the end of the week, and then you feel worse because you're really tired, so you eat not the best options, and then that exacerbates the problem and just keeps going. And then you're also starting your weekend feeling extremely run down as well, which is very nice on a Saturday morning. We can work on that too. Or maybe you can get your partner to do something dinner. Are you
The dream.
You're the food preparer in the family?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's often the case too. So lunch. Let's have a little look at lunch. So veg lasagna, great, and then ham and cheese toasties, bit of dip. So you're right about being quite quite carby, isn't it? And all warm. Is that normal?
Well, actually, I don't often reheat. So the vegetarian lasagna, I'll often have that cold.
Okay.
Because we only have a really short lunch break.
Right.
So by the time I heat something up, it's quite late.
And what time's lunch normally for you?
Lunch is 1:30.
Okay. How long is your lunch break?
Half an hour.
Okay. You normally get the 30 minutes or fifth half?
No, the time you get, I have a class every day before lunch, so usually it's 25 minutes to 20 minutes for the time I...
Okay. And what about recess?
Recess is half an hour as well,
Yeah.
but the same thing I teach every day before.
Okay.
Recess, so 25
20
minutes.
minutes-ish. Yeah. Are you starving at recess at 11?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm really hungry by then. Sometimes I'll eat my lunch.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to say too. Alrighty. And snacks, so after lunch, what kind of time are you having these snacks after lunch?
It depends. Usually I'll have them at the end of the school day, so sort of 3 o'clock.
Okay, at work normally?
Yeah.
Okay. And similar. It's all kind of very similar, isn't it? That 3 p.m. slump. So the Tim Tams, the Freddo Frog, bit of yogurt, bit of sugar and raisin toast too.
Yeah.
And that gives you a bit of energy to get through. Hot chocolate and biscuits.
Yeah.
It's the sugar time. And it's really common, like to overeat 3-4 o'clock if you're a teacher. It's so common. And that's the food that you want. And if you're driving home, it's a biscuit in the car on the way home, or it's the fundraising chockey before the staff meeting.
Yeah,
everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Are you a no-nut school?
Yes.
Yes, so that's the other thing, isn't it? Which other people can have nuts during the day, but as a teacher you can't, which is tricky. Do you like nuts?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So even as an afternoon snack when you get home, that would be an option. Dinner is
It's a bit of a weird week,
yeah,
this one.
carby, and eating out a few times.
Yeah, that's probably a bit abnormal.
Yeah.
But that probably showed that we were both really tired.
Yeah.
So it
Run
was
down this
that
time of year.
not really being prepared for.
Yeah. And supper. What kind of time's dinner?
Anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30.
And your like when you might say supper, is that any time between then and bedtime?
Yeah, usually before 9.
Yeah.
Straight after dinner, usually I'd say actually.
Yep. Okay. And you've got quite a few there where you haven't had anything sort of after dinner.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, it's not common for I don't eat a lot of.
Okay.
I definitely don't have dessert every night or anything like that. It's just it's sporadic.
Yeah. Do you ever have a Pepsi with dinner or after dinner?
With dinner, not after.
Okay.
Dinner.
And normally like one during the day or in the morning to get you through as well.
Yeah.
Tea after dinner? Is that
No.
normally? Okay.
No.
So nothing too much after then, just some water and stuff. Monday's feeling really good. Tuesday's a little bit hungry at night. Wednesday getting tired and a bit hungry. Thursday, a bit similar. Friday, feeling sick after KFC. Another common thing after KFC and Macca's that you do, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So when you're running, you're feeling hungry, it's after dinner, is it?
Yeah,
When do you think you feel the most sort of hungry? Because that's kind of across all of the nights this week at some point.
Probably I feel most hungry after school. Would definitely be the time.
Is that the 3 to 4 o'clock kind of mark? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that time in between sort of finishing school and then in between dinner.
So between 3 p.m. and 6:30.
Yeah.
And do you normally eat? So you probably have your snack, which is kind of the yogurt or Tim Tams or Freddo, like the raisin toast. That's more that 3, 4 o'clock, and then nothing till about 6:30, 7-ish. Yeah. Okay. So there's quite a few things that we can do to help a little bit with this. And what I'll do is have a look at a few recipes and maybe even some options because we're really close to the Woolies here that are super quick and easy for salads that are pretty much almost pre-made.
Yeah,
The shredded, there's quite a few bagged ones now that are shredded already for you so you don't have to peel and cut.
Yeah.
And a few that have a different mix of like lettuce and corn and different things in them. So they're really good with a tiny bit of dressing. Sometimes a little bit of chicken if that's what you're feeling like for afternoon.
Yeah, right.
And something like, do you eat eggs? Yeah. Something like a frittata or just to get that bit of protein in. And like I know you like sweet potato. So things like a sweet potato frittata. That is just easy to cut in squares that will fill you up. You can have it after school. Pop it in the fridge. Yogurt is a really good one to go with during the day to get a bit of dairy in, and that can fill you up. Maybe even adding a little bit of oats or sunflower seeds or something like that to add a little bit more sort of that fuller feeling. And slow release carbohydrate that will hopefully stop you from going towards that 3, 4 o'clock real slump of needing a sugar fix. The Pepsi go-to, that would be really good to substitute out for some sort of a food as well. So something that might be a little bit of stir-fried veggies heated up with a bit of noodle or a bit of salad, like I said before, even a little bit of porridge or granola, something like that. It doesn't need to be heaps, but if it gives you a little bit of energy, a bit of sourdough with peanut butter, no butter, or thick cut sourdough, avo, ricotta. I know you're not a tomato person.
No
tomatoes for you. That will keep you quite full and is really nutritious. Ricotta's low fat or cottage cheese. Avocado is great for you. You've got a bit of slow release carb in the sourdough. No need for butter or anything like that in there. Maybe a bit of pepper. And that will keep you full till dinner. And a glass of water or something like that. If you are feeling like you really do have that strong addiction, which it is really, really well known for people craving it and feeling like they really need it, I would say over a week, start to reduce your glasses by half. Maybe with a little bit, like a couple of ice cubes in there, so that you're still getting the same amount of liquid, but you're actually consuming less of it. Something like that, so that you're not cutting it completely out from day one. And then crave it and go into like other foods as well, other sugary foods, or feeling like you're starving yourself and going, this sucks, I'm not doing this.
Am I better off, like say, keeping not having it during the week, and then say Friday having like a rewarding myself with a Pepsi, like a 600 ml?
That's one way of doing it, but it just depends on how you feel. Like if it's going to make you feel even more tired by Wednesday, if you completely go cold turkey and try and kind of cut it out all at once, and then by Thursday, Friday, you're having half a litre because it's in the fridge on a Thursday and half a litre on Friday because you're used to it, and during work you'll have your 600 ml, then you go home and you want more. You'll still be consuming the same amount over the week. So just see how you feel. Like it depends on probably how reliant you are on it and how strong the habit is. And then like having a glass on a weekend is fine. Other people might have have a wine, or they might
Yeah.
have a coffee on a Saturday morning. That's their big treat or something
Yeah.
like that. So for you, it could be that Pepsi.
Yeah.
Nice reward or something to help you get through Friday. Lots of people I know will stop on a Friday morning and buy their coffee at a cafe, whereas they wouldn't do that during the week because that's like their Friday treat and they need a bit more energy and because they're a bit tired.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll type out a few things for you and email them through, so recommendations from today, so as well as a few recipes. So we'll look at breakfast, so maybe a porridge option, something pre-made that you might even be able to take even 3 mornings a week to work.
Yeah.
Good. 2, we'll look at cutting back Pepsi. And I would just say to start with for maybe 1 to 2 weeks, see how you go, half glasses.
Yeah.
Do you like it cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say half glasses with, depends how much you can manage ice-wise, but put 2 to 3 cubes of ice in. So you'll still be kind of, by the time that it melts over time, you're still actually having the same amount of liquid in your stomach, but you're cutting a bit of that caffeine and stuff out.
Yeah, cool.
An afternoon snack. Here's another one that will aim for some vegetables in there. Maybe something pre-made as well. So I'll have a look at a few recipes for like a frittata that you might be able to make.
Yep.
Even a small serve of like a veggie stir fry or a veggie curry or a chili that you can have frozen and take to work and microwave and have it in the staff room. Or a small serve of salad. And in the car, which I've often done before, have a container of nuts.
Yeah, okay.
As well. Whatever your favourite ones are. And I tend to go unsalted and add a tiny bit of my own salt.
Okay.
So then you're still getting a little bit of saltiness, but you know when you what a salted bag will have because it can be a lot. And as you're in the car, you can sort of pull in or sitting in the car before you drive off, you can have a few handfuls and that will help you.
Yeah, cool.
Just get a little bit of nutrients and a little bit of that full of filling your stomach during the day. So I'll have a look at those things for you. And there are just a couple of other questions before we finish up that'll help me with the goals sort of for next time as well. Weight loss is not a current goal for us, so I think we don't have to probably worry about that for now. But if we were to meet in 2 weeks for a follow-up, and maybe then at a month mark we could start to look at those kind of things, see how you're going for recommendations. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much too soon because it'll just go up and over. And then we can look at those things later on. But we will look at energy levels definitely out of 1 to 10. So 0 to 10. 0 no energy, 10 lots of energy. How do you think you'd feel at the moment?
I'd probably say 5.
So room for improvement. That's what we'll hope might change a little bit within the sort of couple of weeks. Stress level 0 to 10.
Probably about a 6. To 7.
So quite high. Is that work or life?
Just work. It's a busy year and lots going on at work at the moment. So,
moving house and all those things.
Yes. All adds.
And sleep. So 0 poor sleep, 10 excellent sleep. What do you think?
Right. 0 poor, 10 excellent. I'd probably be a 3 at the moment. I think pretty poor sleep wise.
And is that stress related or?
I think it's a range of things. Yes, definitely stress and definitely poor health is not assisting that.
And digestive health at the moment too. So how would you say your digestive health is in terms of like how you feel after you eat food? Do you ever feel bloated or IBS symptoms?
Definitely IBS symptoms. I get those and they're definitely worse at the moment, especially with that high sugar.
High sugar
and low sort of, I guess, vegetable and
Does that come? Is it worse when there is a bit more stress from work and things as well, or do you find it's more food impacted?
I think it's more food impacted. Mine, absolutely. But then, the stress leads to poor food choices. So I guess.
It can be. Okay. high sugar foods can contribute anything else like dairy or meat or any allergies or anything?
I think the
alcohol or
fruit,
anything like that?
alcohol and fruit, certain fruits.
Yeah.
So it's only like berries are completely fine,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't dream of eating any stewed fruit or anything like that.
Yeah. Might be high fructose
yeah,
foods maybe. I could
Yeah.
have a little double check on what they are because apples can
Yeah,
be high
cool.
and berries quite low.
yeah,
And the
right.
fructose and stuff too, so they
Yeah,
could be trigger
Must be
points
that.
for you.
So yeah,
No
definitely.
bananas for you either.
No,
No,
I don't eat
okay.
bananas. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, no, that's good. So we'll aim to meet in a couple of weeks,
Mhm.
and I'll sort of tap up some of those recommendations so that it's not just completely over your head. There's
Yeah.
a lot that we've talked about, and I'll get a few recipes and food ideas for you as well in that. So yeah,
Cool.
thanks for
Thank you.
listening.
No, thank you.
Thanks.